Okay, guys, so if you didn't understand today's lesson, or if you were absent, like maybe Finna, one of the things we can do is look at the video, and I'm going to go back through the lesson with us. So what we did is we talked about patterns. So number one says describe design force. Design 1, design 2, design 3. So design 4 is just adding the next row. So I've got the top row, row 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's as easy as that, okay? So if I observe a pattern, if we say that we've got design 1 would be the first design, then we've got 1, then the second block would be the 2, 3, 4. So it's an easy pattern. The fifth one would have 5 blocks, 6. That's pretty simple. Now it gets a little bit more fun as we take a look at the next example. So the next example talks about bees. So it turns out that when you have bees, you have a queen bee, that the only way you can make more bees is with the queen bee. So it starts out with one queen bee, one male, one female, and then they can have one of each. So then the new population is 2. Then they can have one, so the female can have a female and a male, but the male is only going to have a female, okay? So it turns out that your next population is 1, 2, 3, and the next population is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the next population is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's called the Fibonacci sequence, okay? And the way it's done is you just add the previous generation. So, for example, you've got 1, and then 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 2 plus 3 is 5, and then so a pattern looks like this. You got 1 plus 1 is 2, and then 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8. So the Fibonacci sequence just keeps adding the previous number. 5 plus 8 is 13, 8 plus 13 is 21, 13 plus 21 is 34 bees, and then you can continue going on, okay? Come in! I think somebody's knocking on my door.
Oh, it's unlocked.
Oh yeah, come on in, Gabe, I'm recording, but that's okay. So what you're doing is just adding the previous generation to the current. So Fibonacci sequence is like 1, 1, 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, 5 plus 8 is 13, 13 plus 8 is 21, and so forth. So on. It's called the Fibonacci sequence. I don't think I spelled that right, but you know, life goes on. It's an Italian name. Okay, then we take a look at the next one. Miriam is doing a flooring company, and what she wants to do is make these tiles so they're blue, then white, then green. Okay, so describe as many patterns you can see. So what I did is I saw that if I wanted to go back, so I'm just adding squares, and the rows would be then we have 1 in this row, we have 3 in this row, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, come in. Hi, I'm recording. You guys always catch me while I record. That's okay. You'll just be on film, okay?
Okay, it's okay.
I counted you absent, but I can fix it, okay? Yeah, you just have to check into
I
Flex.
just need a note. Yeah, I was at Flex. I was just in Mr. Butz's class.
Don't worry about it. Next time, just check in,
I
okay?
have a note.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Abby's here as recording.
Wait, what class is this?
You know, it's crazy. This is going to be Algebra 2.
Algebra 2?
Every time I record, somebody has to come in and see me, huh?
Yeah.
Say hi to them, okay?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm in pre-calc right now.
Oh, it's hard, isn't it?
And I'm just like...
It's so hard. Yeah. All right, say bye to him, Abby.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Okay, back to recording, okay? So the rows. If we're just talking about the rows, first row. The second design has 1, 2, 3 in its next row. The third design has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then obviously you can see the pattern. 1, 3, 5. It's just the odd numbers. Then obviously 9, 11, so forth. Now the area of these, so they're squares, right? I got an area of 1. That's got 9, right? Because it's 3 by 3. An area of 25 for the area. So then it's like 1 squared, 3 squared, 5 squared. So it's these numbers squared, isn't it, for the area? Okay, so then we have to sketch a design for square 4, that's 9 by 9. Okay, so then I kept this pattern. I know I'd have to go blue, white, green. So then back to blue, white, okay, and then green would be the next one. So I sketched my 9 by 9. Okay, turn to the page. Now here's where it gets difficult. Okay, so a hotel manager wants Miriam to tile their lobby using the same design she created for Mr. Riviera. The lobby measures 45 by 45. So instead of 9 by 9, it's 45 by 45. So one thing we could do is we could draw a picture and work our way backwards, but that would be a humongous picture to work our way backwards, right? So I just made a pattern. I went blue, white, green, blue, white, green, and I saw a pattern, okay? So what I thought, okay, so if they want to do this lobby, what I had to do is, and she wants to start with, she wants the same color as the center tile. So blue will not work. If you start with blue on the 45th, it's not going to work. It just doesn't go in evenly. So I found a pattern. 6n minus 1 is the pattern I used. And I set it equal to 45, and it doesn't go in evenly. So I thought, okay, that's not going to work. So I thought, okay, what can I do? So on number 4, I said, well, what color must the center be to make sure it's white? And I worked it way backwards. And so if I started the center with green, and you can see I did my pattern here, 101 by 101, that if you start with green, that we then have a center tile at white. So that one's kind of difficult, okay? Our homework today is I gave skills practice, so it was a worksheet. And the worksheet looks like this. So here's the worksheet. And here's the back side of the worksheet. And that is due tomorrow. Okay, that's what I have. I'm going to teach this also in class. Hopefully it's going to be a good lesson. Stop.